5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, Eagles. Today is Tuesday, February 27th, 2024. I'm Dean Jansons.
And I'm Ella Brantley. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the CARES Pledge. Today, I will strive to exhibit the Palmetto Charter School CARES behavior of cooperating with others, asserting myself appropriately, taking responsibility for my actions, showing empathy to those in our community, and practicing self-control.
Please remain standing for the PCS goals. Palmetto Charter's goals are to create a superior learning and social environment while maintaining a superior academic program.
And now, a moment of silence. You may be seated.
Today's weather will be partly cloudy and warmer with a high of 77 degrees. Temperatures will warm up more tomorrow.
Today's fun fact is, February's birthstone is amethyst, and its flowers are violets and primroses. Beta Club is holding a food drive benefiting Feeding Empty Little Tummies. Each class has been assigned specific items to bring in. Donations can be made beginning tomorrow. The food drive ends March 7th. The PCS pickleball team will kick off their season today against Sky Englewood. Players will be released at 2:15. We recently interviewed the pickleball coach, Coach Bear. Here's our report.
Good morning, Eagles. Today I am interviewing the future pickleball coach, Mr. Barry Pope. He will be coaching pickleball for our school for this pickleball season. We are here to ask him some interview questions, and the first one, what makes pickleball different from tennis?
I'm really glad you asked that question. They might look very similar, but pickleball and tennis are very, very different. The courts are smaller, the nets are a little bit lower, There's some rules that deal with the serve that make it very different. Like in tennis, when you do a serve, you don't have to let it bounce on the return, right? You can go right at it if you want. In pickleball, the server has to hit the ball, it has to bounce once on their opponent's side, and then that receiver, they also have to hit it, and it has to bounce once on the server's side as well. So they can't take a volley out of the air, is what they call that.
Okay.
So those are some really big differences. But and also, tennis uses a racket, and a tennis ball is kind of squishy and bouncy, a lot more so than a pickleball. Pickleball is almost like a wiffle ball, but it's a thicker kind of plastic, and it uses a paddle. So in some ways, pickleball is more like ping pong than it is tennis.
Also, aren't the pickleball holes smaller than the wiffle ball holes?
So there's actually there's indoor pickleballs and outdoor pickleballs. Typically, the outdoor pickleballs have smaller holes so that the wind affects it less. The indoor ones have a little bit larger holes.
Okay. So, what do you think makes a good pickleball player?
I would say some good quickness on your feet, long arms, the ability to reach quickly. But also there's a whole ton of strategy that goes into pickleball play, anywhere from like where you serve it to during your gameplay, if you want to let the ball bounce on your side of the court or not, because sometimes you can throw off your opponent by taking the ball out of the air sooner than they're expecting. And there's a lot of things that go into it. Based on my experience with people that I have played in pickleball, there is no shape of a person that makes a great pickleball player, because I've seen all kinds of pickleball players that play with different styles and different techniques, and they play really well. So but I think there's a lot of like nuanced physical ability coupled with sharpness and gameplay strategy that you have to sort of like mix together in your own way as you develop in the game.
Okay. Thank you. How long have you been playing pickleball?
Actually, not very long. I was introduced to the game of pickleball probably, I don't know, it's I'd say less than 4 years ago. I started playing with a friend of mine and really enjoyed it. And then I actually had like a knee injury 2 years ago, and I had to have knee surgery. And I decided as I was going through my rehab for the knee surgery, that I was like, I really want to get hard back into pickleball and get really good. And so that's what I did. And I try to play a couple times a week with different people. I like to play with different people just so that you get introduced to different skill sets of people, and you also get to meet people too, right? What I found in pickleball is it's a very friendly crowd. You can sort of show up anywhere you want to, and just say, hey, I want to play pickleball. And even if you just have like a decent skill set, people just like to play good pickleball with other people, and you end up making some really great friends easily by just being able to do that. Mm-hmm. So I've not been playing very long. I have played in a couple of tournaments, and I've won one tournament, and that was a lot of fun. And you and we went down to the National Open Pickleball Championships in Naples. Was that last year? That was last year? 2 years ago? Mm-hmm. I think it was last year, like April, right? Right around then. And that was a lot of fun too. We got some signatures of some high profile players while we were there. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, was that? That's awesome. How did the PCS pickleball team do last year?
I think they did pretty good. From what I understand, I thought that they had like led the association of charter schools that you guys play against, and in the overall standings. I'm not sure of the final result. I think I heard somewhere that they may have won, but I don't know the exact results of everybody in the season, but they had a large team of many players, lots of doubles groupings and singles players, and they did really well against their peer group of people. So we want to continue that, and we want to expand it further, and also try to take some of the more advanced players and get them to develop their game a little bit, better and differently for any future prospects that they have and wanting to increase in their ability to play the game in the future.
Mm-hmm. So, also, what challenges might the team face this season?
Oh, well, pickleball is becoming increasingly popular, which means that lots of people are getting introduced to the sport and trying it out, and hopefully falling in love with it. I think that presents its own challenge. Even professional pickleball is sort of experiencing this right now. There's several tennis players that have been converting over to the professional pickleball leagues, and they sort of have these debut weekends, and some of them go out there and just slay it, just beat everybody around them without any issues, and others haven't quite picked up on the nuances of the game, and it's different than tennis, right? I would say it has the ability to be slower and faster than tennis at the same time, just depending on styles of play and moments in the match that you play. So, for challenges for people.
Yesterday, our Eagles flag football team defeated the Lions of Parish Charter Academy 32-12 to stay undefeated for the season. Leading the way on the offense was George Lamar with 2 touchdown passes, while Luke Garrett had 2 rushing and 2 passing. Max Bosque added 3 touchdowns with a couple of long runs and a great catch. Defensively, the Eagles were led by Dean Janssens with an interception and some great flag pulls, and Ty Baker, who anchored the defense in the middle of the field. Next up, our flag football team will take on the Wildcats of Woodland Academy next week in matchup that will decide the number 1 seed in the playoffs. Good luck, Eagles! Builders Club officers will meet today during lunch in Miss Horm's room. Walkathon permission slips are due this Friday.
Today's lunches: General Tso's chicken with rice, Asian-style broccoli, and a peach cup. Today is Roberto Garcia's birthday.
Soar high today, Eagles!